Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. In this episode, I'm going to talk about Balloon Pop by Tasty Minstrel Games, which is a very small and very light dice rolling, press your luck, roll and write game. So let's open up the box, see what's inside. I'll explain the rules and I'll tell you what I think about it. Alright, Balloon Pop by Tasty Minstrel Games. For one or more players, plays in about 10 minutes with 5 custom dice. On the back of the box you see the components, which is basically a score sheet, a pencil and 5 dice. So I've already opened the shrink, so let's open this up. Inside you will find the rules leaflet, which is just a two-sided small leaflet, as you can see here, which explains you the rules and even has a score sheet that when you're playing solo determines how well you did depending on your score. So that's the rule book leaflet. And there's this score pad which has plenty of these scoring sheets here, and it's where you cross off the results that you roll, and you play in 3 rounds, and after 3 rounds you add up all your totals. So that's all good as well. You get 1 pencil that you're gonna have to pass around, so 1 pencil to strike off the things you roll, and 5 dice. So it is already a very small and compact box, but most of it is made up of this insert here. But you know, the dice, they kind of make up the size of the box here and the pad as well. So let's explain how to play the game. Basically what you want to do is to gain as many points as you can without popping the balloons. And here is what you can see on this score sheet. See, there are increasing numbers, and the yellow one, that is on the die once, and there's 3 red faces and 2 blue faces. So the ones you'll less likely roll have the highest numbers, but also a shorter track, and that goes up. So you know, you only score points after the 4th roll here, and then it goes up to 14, and that's the red one, which has 3 sides. Same with the symbols. So you have the diamonds here, which is on the dice only once, and there's 3 stars and 2 moons, so that's basically the same. And so what you do is really simple. You take 3 dice, and you can use the box lid as your dice tray, and you roll them, and you check what you rolled, and there's a moon, 2 stars, 2 blue ones, and a red one. So what you do then, you check the numbers here. So I've got 2 blue results, 1 red result. I've got a star, 2 stars here, so that's 1, 2, and 1 moon. So that's all there is to it. You cross that off, and then the next player goes, and everybody rolls their dice and crosses off what they rolled. And at some point you're going to want to re-roll, because you can re-roll up to 2 times, but each time you do, you add a die. So that means you will go up higher, faster, and once you reach the top number, that's when you pop your balloon. So if I am here with 15 points and I roll another yellow balloon, I'm down to 3 points for that column, and the balloon pops. So as soon as one of the players pops a balloon, one of these 6 tracks over here, then you finish the round, so until you reach the starting player again, and then you add up all the highest numbers you crossed off on your sheet, and you add them up and you fill them in here. Then play continues, and you start rolling again, starting with the first player, and that player rolls his dice, crosses off the numbers, etc., until somebody pops another balloon, and then you finish the round again, write up the totals, only the top numbers, and you add them up into the second sheet over here, and then the third spot over there after that, you know, and then the game ends and you add up all the points, and that's your final score. So you only really want to re-roll if you're in danger of popping a balloon and you still want to score some more points, or you don't want to lose points. So that's basically when you decide, well, okay, if I rolled a yellow one and I was at 15 points, then I would be down to 3 points, which is not good. So then we say, okay, I'm going to re-roll this, and you pick up another die and you roll them again a yellow die. So maybe you want to roll the third time and you take the last one and you roll again, hoping you don't roll any yellow dice in this case. But if you roll more dice than the balloon at its maximum when it pops, that doesn't matter, you just ignore those. You can still look at the symbols though. So yeah, that's basically all there is to it. Let's go to my final thoughts. So my final thoughts on Balloon Pop by Tasty Minstrel Games. Well, it's a fun little filler. I mean, it is very, very light. But, you know, it comes with really cool components. It has these really chunky big dice, and they have very clear symbols and colors on them, so that's all nice and good. It comes with plenty of these paper sheets, and they're all nicely in color, and there's also very clear icons on here as well. So component wise, you know, there's not a whole lot to this game, but components are good. And the game is easy to teach, easy to learn. It plays really fast. I really think it's good to play with children. If you have younger children, I think this game will be very interesting because it teaches your children not only the colors, but also pattern recognition. It teaches them a little bit of math, you know, and maybe it teaches them when not to press their luck. So in that regard, I think this is a nice game, but for the more experienced gamers, this game does fall a bit short because it's super simple and there's not a whole lot to do. I mean, you basically roll your 3 dice and you check off the numbers and the symbols, and that's really it. Only when you're later in the game, you know, when balloons start popping, that's when you're starting to think, okay, maybe I don't want to be the person to be the one that pops a balloon, so I may want to re-roll this hand that I rolled and add another dice and see if I can roll better. So you don't really often re-roll because that gets you more balloons and more symbols on your sheet, so that's not something you want to do. So, you know, there's not a whole lot of decision making to do here. But like I said, with kids, I think this is a really nice game to pick up. So that's Balloon Pop. I'm giving it a thumbs up. And well, that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.